Welcome to the 12th Man on the Pro Football Spot channel, NFC edition. I'm Brandon Perna, and today we are looking at all NFC games, and yes, that includes the Atlanta Falcons versus the Washington Redskins. Let's do the games. The Atlanta Falcons beat the Washington Redskins 27-26. After throwing for 381 yards and 3 touchdowns, Kirk Cousins refused to answer any post-game press conference questions unless addressed as Mr. Flynn 2.0. Meanwhile, Matt Ryan was mediocre again. The good news is the Falcons don't have to give away 5 draft picks to move up to the top of the first round of the draft to get a Julio Jones type player in this year's draft. All they had to give up this year was their dreams of success. It's a small price to pay to be a next year we'll get 'em team. The Chicago Bears beat the Cleveland Browns 38-31. Smokin' Jay Cutler made Brandon Marshall's highly anticipated return and almost submarined the Bears' season until Alshon Jeffrey bailed the Bears out with another spectacular touchdown grab. Alshon Jeffrey has more unbelievable catches this year than Eli Manning has actual touchdown passes. Gotcha, Eli. On the other side of the ball, Josh Gordon decided he will be the next great athlete to break an entire Cleveland fan base's heart as he continues to perform at levels unacceptably high for that city. My guess is he will end up playing in Miami with Alshon Jeffrey and Megatron with not 1, not 2,
not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6,
but 7 regular season wins. In that scenario, they would probably only win 7 games without a viable option in the slot. Football and basketball don't really work the same. Seattle flew across the country for a glorified bye week. Eli Manning barely completed more passes to his own team than to the opposition, throwing 5 interceptions to the Seahawks. To be fair, both Manning brothers were awful this weekend. It's just that when Peyton Manning has an awful game, he throws for almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. With this victory, Seattle moves to 12-2 on the season, and with their final 2 games being played in Seattle, they most likely will have home field advantage locked up in the NFC. So get your skinny jeans ready, Seahawks 12th Men fans. Your noisy sopranos will be needed to set new noise records as your team will have nothing to play for until January 11th or 12th NFL schedule pending. The 49ers also made a cross-country excursion and absolutely pounded the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Niners beat the Bucs 33-14. The play of the game was this touchdown catch made by Vernon Davis. Now pay close attention after the catch when Vernon Davis almost commits fratricide with the wall behind the end zone. Come on, Vernon, you're not that fast. You could have stopped. Green Bay beat Dallas 37-36 in a game that proved as long as you are competing against Tony Romo, you are never truly out of it. If I had to pick the key to the Packers' victory, I'd say it was the 34 points they scored in the second half. After the game, Matt Flynn said, "After leading Green Bay to the biggest come-from-behind victory in Green Bay history, I believe I deserve a big payday." When asked to clarify, he said, "I'd like to be paid another $10 million for playing one great game in a year and a half's time, or 10% stock in the Green Bay franchise, while also becoming the new spokesman for all car insurance commercials. Matt Flynn is taking over whether you like it or not. I'm Matt Flynn. I'm Matt Flynn. See you guys later." Out of all NFL players, I'm most jealous of Matt Flynn. I would love to get paid excessive amounts of money for working 2 days every 2 years. Seeming nonchalant after the defeat, Tony Romo said, "Remember Jessica Simpson? Yeah, I hit that when it was a hot commodity. Carrie Underwood? Been there, done that. Have you seen my wife? Yeah, I could care less about beating Green Bay." Romo went on to say, "You know what's better than winning? Dropping your so deep in that beautiful stuff and organic English cucumbers, so your part mother your long shit. You need a mop to clean it up." There were no questions after that. In the Battle of the Saints, St. Louis versus the New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees sucked, Jimmy Graham was nowhere to be found, Still, the Saints did not lose as bad as the 27-16 score would indicate, which makes them the most dangerous team in the NFC. Any team that can go to St. Louis, play like crap for an entire game, and lose in a game closer than the 11-point margin indicated must be a pretty good team. Right? Minnesota and Philadelphia. The Vikings proved Adrian Peterson is completely overrated, and that any running back can succeed in their running game as long as they play the Philadelphia defense. The Vikings beat the Eagles 48-30. Matt Asiata, named after one of the many lovely breads that can be found at Panera, ran for 3 touchdowns as both Adrian Peterson and Toby Gerhart were inactive for the game. And former Packer Greg Jennings hauled in a career-high 11 catches, completely justifying all of his off-season bad-mouthing of former teammate Aaron Rodgers. When the best day of your career involves Matt Castle, that speaks for itself. On the Eagles side of the football, Nick Foles had a huge day, becoming one of the few quarterbacks to earn a personal foul for a peel-back block. In true wide receiver fashion, Deshaun Jackson didn't care that his team lost, but he threw a sideline temper tantrum when he wasn't getting enough balls thrown his way. When asked about the loss, he said, "I got mine, 10 catches, 195 yards, and a touchdown." The press responded, "We know, but what about the loss?" He responded by laughing and saying, "You know, I wish I could have been there to walk off the field early with Des Bryant. Me and him play the game the same way, fast, tough, and off of our bipolar meds." Thanks for watching another episode of the NFC edition of the 12th Man on the Pro Football Spot channel. Make sure to subscribe, and you can watch the AFC video if you click on the video that says AFC video right now. If you're a Colts fan, or a Chiefs fan, or a Chargers fan, or a Tennessee fan, watch the AFC video, because those are all AFC teams that I'll be talking about.